Hey there, welcome to my channel. I'm Suze Chadwick, bold business branding and speaker coach based in Melbourne, Australia. And the video you're about to watch was a recording of a podcast episode on the Brand Builders Lab, episode 176, which is all about welcoming abundance into your life and your business. So enjoy. Hey, gorgeous. So great to have you back here on the podcast. I am shaking things up a bit. Yeah. I want to talk so much more about mindset. And I really want to talk about being in an abundant mindset and how right at the moment, as I'm sitting here, we're still in lockdown here in Melbourne. It has been forever. And it really plays with your mind. It really plays with what you think is possible for you. I feel like being in lockdown definitely triggers a lot around fear and scarcity and freedom. And it's such a tough time right now to manage your mindset, because I was speaking with the gorgeous Christine Cochran yesterday all about this, and she's going to be on the podcast talking about scarcity mindset and self-sabotage and all the mindset things, which I'm really looking forward to sharing with you. But, you know, her and I were talking about the fact that in normal circumstances, we have all of these tools. I feel like if you're somebody who's been in the personal development world for a while, we have these tools. We have money mindset tools, we have abundance mindset, we have positive thinking, all the rest of it. And so we have these tools that we've got available to us when times are tough, when things are tough, about how we manage our mind, how we see what it is that we want. We try and clear the, wood from the trees, and we see a way forward. And right now, when you are living in uncertainty in a place that is not joyful, that has kind of been forced onto you, a lot of the tools that we've got, I feel, are sometimes just not enough. And so acknowledging that, I think, is one of the most important things. Like, I was speaking with my mastermind group, and I've sort of put out there in trusted circles that I have that I have been having certain feelings that I don't normally have, feelings of scarcity and not enough and all the rest of it, when in fact, that is something that usually is just not something I have dealt with in a long time. And so acknowledging the current circumstances, that they're very different, that there's a lot of, you kind of feel like you're in a pressure cooker a bit. Some days you wake up feeling amazing. Other days you just want to lie in bed all day. And I think that it's just really important for us to acknowledge that right now in the world that we live in. And I think what's also hard is watching other parts of the world. You know, if you're in Australia right now and you're listening to this and you're in one of the lockdown cities, and we watch the rest of the world, continue on, and we watch the rest of the world celebrating, out having lunch, out having drinks, and we don't have access to that, is a really hard place to be. And so I wrote a post on my Instagram the other day when I was in this, I guess, frame of mind, really wanting to understand how I bring myself out of it. How do I pull myself out of this funk and this place of scarcity and feeling like not enough and all the rest of it? And so it's something I wanted to talk about on the podcast today. And so the post said, what could happen if I decided to show up in a truly abundant mindset and served at my highest level? And that was the question I wrote down in my notebook. And I just sat with it. Like, what would happen? Like, what am I not doing? What could I do that could totally break me out of this mindset that I'm in at the moment? And so when I wrote that question down, there were a few other things that I wrote down that I really want to talk about and share with you today as well, which is, how could you up level in a big way right now? what could change? And I think that when we ask ourselves these open-ended questions, I think that it allows for possibility. And I think that when you're in a situation of lockdown, restriction, lack of freedom in our world, in the world that we're in at the moment, as in, our home city, etc., then when you ask yourself these open-ended questions, it can feel like a sense of freedom. It feels like anything is possible when I ask myself these questions. Like, what could I do right now that could help me up level? What is something that I could do right now that I could change? What is within my power to change right now? And I think that these questions can give us a little bit of that freedom that we're feeling like we're missing at the moment. And so that is something that I would love to offer you, is the chance to ask yourself these questions as well. How could you up level in a big way right now? Like, what would that look like to you? Would it be business? Would it be personal? Would it be your own time to yourself? Would it be self-care? Would it be reading? Would it be writing? Would it be being in rich conversations with other people? Like, what could that up level look like for you right now, where you are in this moment in time? And so when you ask that, then you could be asking, what could change? What is it that I could change right now that could have an impact on how I'm feeling? And so a few other questions could be, what if you showed up with a truly abundant mindset that everything that is meant for you will come to you? Oh, this is just such a big one. So as I mentioned, I was really feeling in a scarcity mindset recently. And I had to sit with that and think, but Suze, if you trust that you showing up in abundance, or you just showing up and being present, you in service mode, means that you believe wholeheartedly that what is meant for you will come to you, then you have to step into that trust. You've got to step into knowing that the work that you do will lead to the outcome that you want. And it may not be now, it may take time. You may have all of these feelings around what's going on right now, but just knowing that that is what you believe the universe, God, whatever it is that you believe in will bring to you is such an important thing. What is meant for you will come to you. And if I keep saying that to myself, what is meant for me will come to me. What I put out into the world, I will get back. What me serving will attract the type of people that I want in my business, in my life. What is meant for me will come to me. And I just want you to stop for a minute, and I want you to say that. If you have been feeling any of the things that I've been feeling, this is such an incredible mantra. What is meant for me will come to me. What I put out into the world, I will get back. What if I showed up with a truly abundant mindset and served at my highest level or in my highest self? Yeah. What would that be like? What if you said no to the client that doesn't align? What if you said no to the thing that you've been thinking that you should or want to do, knowing that it doesn't align? Because that's another form of scarcity mindset. I'll just do that because if I do that, then hopefully I'll get more stuff, even though it's not the stuff I want. And so if I was showing up in a truly abundant mindset, then I would say no to the client that doesn't serve me. I would say no to the client that I feel like I'm having to hustle to get. And that's not where you want to be. And Christine and I were talking about raising our vibration, how you ground yourself and you live in spaces of happiness and you welcome in things that bring you joy and abundance. And so really looking at what is it that is not aligning at the moment? What is it that I'm bringing into my space that is not creating the abundance that I want, that is not reflective of the abundance that I want, that is not reflective of that mindset of what is meant for me will come to me? Am I pushing too hard? Yeah. And I think that is such an important thing to ask ourselves as well is, am I pushing too hard for things that are not meant for me, for things that are not aligned with what I want and who I want to work with and where I want to be? And this is something I've really had to lean into recently as well, is letting go of the clients that are not right and being totally okay with it, because I'm coming at it from a mindset of abundance and highest service. Yeah. And what is meant for me will come to me. See how all of these are just like the perfect little container for you to live in. Yeah, I'm really leaning into living in these containers at the moment. Yeah. So let's just revisit those, and we're going to keep going. So what could happen if I decided to show up in a truly abundant mindset and served at my highest level? Yeah. How could I level up right now in a big way? And what could I change within the space and the restrictions and the lockdown and all of the things that I am living in right now? What if I showed up in that truly abundant mindset, knowing that what is meant for me will come to me? What if I said no to the client that didn't align with me or for me, and I said no to the things that I know aren't right for me right now in my business and life? What could you have at your highest level without holding back? What could you create? Like if I was going to sit here in full service without holding back, without any restrictions of what I'm willing to give and share, what would that look like? And that is another question that I've been asking myself. Yeah, it's so easy, especially when you run programs and that there's so much in those, and there's so much connection, and there's so much coaching, and there's so much service that's in those. But I've been asking myself, if I was to serve at my highest level in the programs that I have right now, what else would I do? What else could that look like? How could I go deeper? How could I serve my clients more at their next level as well? And does that align with a place of abundance and highest service? How does it feel? And asking that question, what am I holding back? Is there anything I'm holding back? Even little things, and I'll share this with you as well, is that little things like the content that I share on my socials. I'm like, I want to do more videos. So right now I'm recording this podcast as I am speaking. Yeah. I'm recording it on Zoom so that I can use the video so that I can share it more on my Instagram and Facebook and all the rest of it on YouTube, because I'm building this content. But if I was going to do more with it, what could I do? And so really starting to look at what else you could do that you might be holding back on, that could actually make you feel more abundant, that could make you feel more connected, that could attract and bring the people to you that you want to be in connection and service, friendship, relationship with. Yeah. So what are you holding back that you could give? And what would that look like? How would that feel as well? Because I think that that's so important. You know, I talk about brand as the emotional connection that you put out into the world that helps people to, you know, want what you have, desire, understand, connect, all the rest of it. And I think we've just got to ask ourselves, by holding back, what am I not experiencing? By holding back, what am I leaving on the table? By holding back, what magic am I not releasing? What an amazing question to ask yourself. By not holding back, what magic are you not releasing? I just want to sit in that for a second. I want to sit and kick my feet in the waters of that for a bit. But I really want you to think about that. What other questions could we ask? What if you stopped just doing and started really believing in what is possible for yourself? What if you stopped just doing and really started believing in what is possible for yourself. We get so caught up in the doing all the time. And don't get me wrong, I am a doer. I am an implementer. I am like the woman who's like, get it done, ship it. But what if we stopped doing for a moment and we spent more time in the believing? We spent more time in investing in our belief of what is possible for ourselves. If I sit and I just think, I believe that a whole world of abundance is available to me. I believe that I can serve at my highest level. And without the hustle, without the grind, without all the rest of it, I will attract incredible, amazing clients who want to do the work, with me, who are doers, who don't need convincing, who don't need me to follow up. And, it's a balance. But being in that space where believing that this is possible for you, that you can bring that abundance to you, that it is available to you is such an important thing. It's not that it's for everybody else, but it is available to you if you show up and believe and serve and create and do. So what if you stopped just doing and started really believing in what is possible? Are you enjoying these questions? Because I'm enjoying going through them with you. You can go and find this on my Instagram as well. There is a little image of it. And then these are all the questions that I asked. The next question was, what if you surrounded yourself with people who are showing up as their highest selves? So good. Like a piece of chocolate cake, that one. Yeah. When you are around people who feed your mind, feed your creativity, feed your belief, and it's not all magic and rainbows and unicorns. It is deep conversation, real connection, honesty, abundance, also, supporting one another through tough times. I feel like Jess from The Who, Marion, Piper, Creative, Christine, there are people who in the last few months have shown themselves to me in such a deeper, bigger way, where the conversations have truly enriched my life, have truly gone so much deeper in a way that it allows you to truly be you. And I think sometimes, when we are in business and when we're leading and when we've got communities, we've got courses, whatever it is, sometimes you've got to be this person, and you are that person, yeah, the leader. But sometimes leaders also need their peers around them where they can be vulnerable and where they can say, something, I'm struggling. This is hard. I'm in a scarcity mindset and I don't know why. Let's talk about it. And being honest in that place is such an important thing for all of us, no matter what we do, who we are, what level we're at. We're all equal when it comes to how we are feeling in our current situation. And so what if you surrounded yourself with people who are showing up as their highest selves? What if when you were with the people that you wanted to be with, there was true connection and there was true honesty? And it's not about solving each other's problems. It's about being in a space where you can feel held and supported and heard. And being in that, especially when you are in your own business, it can be isolating. It can be hard. You can, feel really alone at times, even though, right now I've got my kids here all the time and that. And even in those situations, it can be even harder. Yeah, because you don't get that space, you don't get that downtime, and you kind of have to be on all the time to hold your family together, to be the positive one in the family. Yeah. And I know that my energy will adjust the family's energy. So I'm really conscious of that too. And so, what if you surrounded yourself with people who are showing up as their highest selves? Just lean into that a bit. Do you have people around you who you can have honest, deep, true conversations with that feed the soul, that challenge you, that make you think, that make you feel heard, that make you feel held? And if you don't have that, then how can you find that? What is a way to find that? And if you don't have that, DM me on Instagram and let me know. Maybe I can help you find that. Next question is, what if you could let go of any scarcity in your mind and body right now? Anything that is feeling tight, anything that is feeling not enough. Yeah, you are enough. You are enough and you are worthy. And I was watching, I'm just going to go onto my Instagram as I say this. I was watching an amazing guy who is on Instagram, and it's called Mojo Crow, MOJOCROWE. And the founder is Ben Crow. And he is a mindset coach to some of the biggest athletes here in Australia. And, even last night I was sitting on the couch watching all of his videos on Instagram, and just him saying, you are enough, you are worthy. It's something that we hear a lot, yeah, but sometimes in the moments that we need it the most, hearing that is so important. You are enough and you are worthy. You are enough. Who you are is enough. What you do is enough. Your being is enough. And I think sometimes we've just got to remember that we're enough. Yeah. And really letting go of that scarcity in our mind and body right now is using that. I am enough. What I have is enough. What is meant for me will come to me. I am enough. This is enough. I don't need to hustle. I don't need to push. What I have is enough. What if you let abundance flow to you every single day and started the day welcoming it in? And I remember, there was a quote that is, once you decide, the universe, it's funny how fast the universe delivers. And what if you started every day thinking, I am welcoming all of the abundance in. I am welcoming an abundant mindset. I am welcoming in all that is possible for me. I am welcoming in what is meant for me will come to me. I welcome new clients who want to work with me. I welcome all the good things that are in the world and available to me. I am open to them and I welcome all of that abundance in today. And imagine if you started every day like that. Imagine if you started every day with that mantra and that welcoming and that open heart of, today I welcome all that is good, amazing, and available to me. I feel like right now, in the current situation, that mantra is such an important one. I welcome joy and happiness. I welcome ease and abundance. I welcome all of the things that will make today an incredible day, even in the time that we're in. What is meant for me will come to me today. Yeah. And what if you let go of the tiny details you hold so tight to and see where your intuition is taking you? Those little details that you're holding fast to, those little things that are niggling you, that are stopping you from moving forward, that are constantly playing on your mind. What if you breathe them out, let go of them, allowed your intuition to take you where you needed it, where you need to go, doing what you want to be doing, and you welcomed all of that abundance in, and you let go of the scarcity, the stress, the details, all the rest of it? What would happen? What would happen? And as I said in my Instagram post, I have been sitting in this in a massive way recently. And I just think that I wanted to offer these questions to you because they're questions that I'm sitting with and that I am trying to bring to life on a day-to-day basis right now. What could happen if I decided to show up in a truly abundant mindset and served at my highest level? And I feel like talking to you about this today and doing this podcast today and offering you these questions today, just for today, is me serving you at my highest level. So today I want to sit here with you and I want to welcome abundance in. I want to welcome possibility in. I want to know that what is meant for you and for me will come to us. And as I say to my BBA ladies all the time, you are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly where you need to be. You are running your own race. You have got your own priorities, your own values, your own vision. You are exactly where you need to be right in this moment in time. You are not behind. You are not ahead. You are where you are right now. And I just want you to know that everything that you deserve is there ready for you. You just have to put it out there and accept it.